Hello, this is Cuberized, and at the end of the last episode, we had upgraded our mining gadget. I went down to the mining dimension and in between episodes and did mining for about not quite 30 minutes using the mining gadget, doing a 3 by 3 tunnel at bedrock. So I went all the way down to bedrock and did it, and I just made one really long tunnel. With that, after 30 minutes now, mind you, let me show you what we have on here again, so you can see. Um, Silk Touch was off. I didn't use it because I was using the Fortune upgrade, which we have Tier 2. I had the magnet on. I was doing my 3 by 3 tunnel and then carving out wherever I saw ores, and I did have efficiency 5. So what I ended up picking up in, as I said, just a little under 30 minutes uh, at bedrock was, well, was a lot of that, which, I mean, yeah, another indication that I need to make a bank, which I have not done yet, but I will do that right after this. Uh, and just a lot of clay, which I was surprised about being that low. But many stacks of redstone. I did just pull out a stack of lignite coal so I could use it in the furnace, uh, because I was multitasking here and am running some ores that I already had um, through here. So um, this is osmium. I've got copper. So, but I did not take it from here. So I actually found no copper at that level. Um, I did, so there's one stack of coal missing. This obviously was something that wandered in to my that I encountered on the way back to the base. Yeah, so lead and bauxite, almost 2 stacks of lapis, stack and a half ish of tin, a little over a stack of zinc. But the big thing is I have over a stack of diamond, and this is where the fortune, well, even the redstone and the lapis, but this is where the fortune really kicked in for me. Um, and then I also got 24 pieces of raw mithril, so that was a bonus. And then I have some odds and ends of other things in here. But yeah, so we have mithril. Um, and with that, is this finished? No, it was just the stack was done. So I did also, since I was here trying to multitask, I made a bunch of blocks of things in anticipation for the need to make a bank. Uh, so that's, yeah, that's what's going on there. When you put a full stack in the enrichment chamber of raw ore of some kind, it'll use 63 because it's pulling them out 3 at a time. And so you'll always have one left, because it pulls out 3 raw ore and gives you 4 dust in place of it. So there's that. So I did want to share that with you before I tucked it away somewhere. The other thing I wanted to mention was, this is where the stack went. The coal. So when you, do I have any in my inventory? I do not. So let's get some. So blocks of coal. You put blocks of coal around your goo, and this can be at any goo level. It'll make this primal coal. So we're going to harvest the primal coal, And then we're going to put down some more. And again, as long as it's got this animation going, you don't have to feed it. And I've been feeding mine netherwort. So what you can do with this coal is you can immediately use it, which is acceptable. But if you don't need it immediately, you can, if you have the next level up, which is the Blaze Bloom, Blaze Goo. Let me just double check the name here. Just Dire Things. Blaze Bloom Goo. Yeah. So if you have this level, which I have, what you can then do is take this primal coal and make it into blocks. And I don't have much, but I can take these blocks, and this is just now converting. So not the fastest thing, and it especially seems slow at the basic level, but when you get up, it moves a little faster. So I'm going to put this down here, and I'm going to actually make some more. And again, with this setup with one hole underneath, I can get to all 6 sides. Or you can just, you know, set it up so that it's one level above the ground. That works too. I just don't like jumping to get to the top. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna have it make that special coal, and that's the highest level I can get right now, is the next level up after primal. Okay. And so let me make a bank while that's actually converting itself into coal. So I looked up bank, and so the basic level 1 bank, you have 9 slots. So that's not a lot of slots. And it holds 256. So that's 4 stacks. But it only takes up 1 space. So let me get a barrel. 1 barrel. And the banks are, you use the previous bank to make the next one. So that's handy. So to make the copper, you put the tier 1 in there. Alright, so let's do this. You take it, everything here is, you put blocks around it. So that's, at least initially. So that's kind of handy. Bank 1. Okay, so just to show you real quick, here it is. So if I have 9 stacks of something, or sorry, 4 stacks of something. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it takes up the 1 slot. Now if I put the same thing in again, it takes up the next one. But you can see even here, I can take what is essentially filling up 1 chest, and it doesn't even fill up the bank. Yeah, so I get, yeah, which makes sense. This is a 4x9, essentially. So, saving space. So one tiny little space holds essentially 4 rows of a pocket chest, or more than an actual barrel or chest, which is very, very handy for storage. So if you have a lot of these, I've gone mining and I have this stuff, and you're holding on to it, hold on to it in a bank, because it takes very little space. So where this is really powerful is when you start to get it to be bigger. So let's do this, and we're going to go to the next level, which is copper. So now I've got 2 rows, and each of these now holds 1024. So it's 4 of these stacks. So if I sort this, it actually compresses down even smaller. So again, I can take, now instead of just having one item in there, taking up all that space, oops, let me take that back out. Now I'm taking up, instead of having all of this filled with basically rock of some flavor, stone, I've got that. And if I want, now I can even put the clay in here. And it still hasn't filled. So when you're mining, having this stuff is really, oh, there's more coal, really handy, because you can take all this stuff, and if you have enough slots, you can put it all in here. Oops, I'm sticking that in the wrong container. Sorry, wrong thing. There. So, the more rows you get, not only as you go up, you'll get more rows, but the rows, each cell here will hold more. So if we go up to iron, this gets, and again, you have to have mined a little bit to be able to do this, otherwise you won't have these blocks. But this is, because this is a metal heavy thing, but it just makes carrying things so much easier. So again, now you've got another row. So when you, if you do this, you want to pretty much stay with, like, we're going to take these ores, and these are all the raw variations, and we're going to put them all in here, and there. And so, and this isn't even ore per se, but yeah, there. And now, of course, all of the cobbled deep slate that used to take up the entire first row are now in one slot. Yep. So we can keep going with this. I actually wanted to make this. Okay. So, yeah. So I'm going to keep going with this and see how far up I can get before I start getting into trouble. So the next one is gold. And as I said, it's a big investment, but it's a beautiful thing to have. And then emerald is, where did I put my emeralds? Yeah, I don't think, no, I am not going to have, because the emeralds, yeah. So I'm done. So it's emeralds next, and then diamond, and then netherite. But this, thankfully, is ingots and not blocks. And then if you end up having some type of storage system, like an AE system, you can have this bank link and dock where you can, this is like a, kind of like how you have an ender chest, where you have the chest with you and you have another one at a different location, but they essentially have the same items in it. So you can actually have this dock attached to your system and this in it, and it will see what is in your bank and actually have access to it. So if you're crafting or anything else, without you having to do anything with your bank. It's a very cool system. And when I get around to making it, I will show you how that works. But yeah, a gold bank is very nice. I've got all this stuff tucked away, and you know, again, if these are the common things you run into, cobble, sand, gravel, and clay, and those easily fit in here without a problem. So anytime you run into something, yeah, you've got it here. So there's that. And again, it does end up freeing up space. Now, you do kind of have to be careful if you're going to go, say, travel in the Nether, um, you, and you're not planning on doing any heavy mining there. You may want to leave the bank home because it's safer here, in case you fall into lava. And the only reason I mention that, or if you're in the end and you fall into the void, because those types of things tend to make it very difficult, if not impossible, to get to your grave. So, I've seen graves in lava that you can't really get to, and you keep dying, and yeah, it's not a good thing. I'm gonna go kill this guy who's making noises outside my window. There he is. And you look like you want to just have fun. All right, so you can see that this outcropping looks different than this. This is the primal stuff. This is the next level up. And um, and all of it should have come into. Now, as you go up, if you have, and it all went in here. Yeah. So the so this is the new stuff. This Blaze Ember Coal, and this is the Tier 1 stuff. This is the Tier 2 stuff. Both are better than coal. I'm going to take my fuel canister here and demonstrate. So we can put coal blocks in. I know I've mentioned you can just toss things in. You can. Even any wooden products, like if you have a door that you don't need, you can throw that in here too. The difference here is that if you take a look, we'll just take a look at the fuel amount. This is one of these. Okay, I'm mixing apples and oranges here. Let me do this. Let me get a piece of coal, which I don't seem to have. Okay, so that we can compare. One of these, one piece of coal, just here, one piece of coal. One piece of coal gets you 8 fuel. And then if you take this piece of coal and you now have made this into a block, which means now you have 72 here, you're converting that into, essentially, you should get 4 of these when you break it. So now we've taken 9 coal of 72, put it out on the goo, and now it's worth 96, which is good. We've gained just a little time and effort. We've gained fuel. Now if we take that and we put this into a block, then we're converting that, which is, okay, let's get us, oh, that's one, there. That's a block, which is 216. And this will get us 288. So, given what we, obviously, you know, you need to put more than, yeah, you're gonna have, you know, 2 blocks and 1 piece to get this. So you're putting 168 to get 216. And then 216 gets you 288. So you're going from 160 to 288 if you pass it through twice. Which is, you know, that's pretty good. And yeah, so that's a pretty big jump. And of course, then it keeps just getting better. You have the other coals above that. So when you're done, you have some super intense coal that can really be powerful to put in your fuel canister to power your pocket generator, or to just power anything. Um, but that's how that works. So right now I think my fuel is, yeah, I have quite a few things here already, so I'm going to not be um, putting these, I'm going to try to save these until I need them, uh, only because if I get the chance I want to upgrade them again. So put that there, take these out. So with that being said, now that I have the bank, that was not supposed to go there. So I did want to go ahead and do the final upgrades on this. So I want to make the bit better fortune, and that efficiency is already at the top. So let's see. Let's do, so mining, we want to get this one, which required the lapis. And so let me get that out of here. I might as well get all of this out. And yeah, so if we go back to my bank, not so much. And yeah, I have that. The one thing is that you have to, it doesn't, yeah, it's nice when you have this system, the link set up with your bank so that your crafting system, which I don't have a crafting system here, has access to that inventory. Right now I have to keep opening it to do what I need to do, but I have it, and there we go. That is the top level. I think I mentioned that this is, it requires a lot of netherite, so a 5x5 is not going to happen anytime soon. The freezing is handy, but you don't need it in the mining dimension. So if you're only concerned about the mining dimension at the moment, you don't need the light placer or the freezing. Mobs don't spawn and there's no liquids. If you're mining elsewhere, especially if you're mining in the nether, you want the freezing to get the lava to not, well, be lava, to actually convert itself over to, I think it goes right to obsidian. So that's handy. So the only other thing would be range and battery, really, that we don't have. You can do a void. So if you don't want to worry about having a bank and dealing with all of those extra blocks that you're mining, you can actually make this. It does take obsidian and ender pearls, but you can make this and have it void out, you know, the cobble and all of that, so you don't have to worry about it. Especially if, again, in the nether, it's helpful to not have all of that netherrack. So either go with a bank or void it out. Even with the bank, you have to figure out what to do with it, but banks are definitely handy, just even for normal mining. Alright, so let's make this. So we need glass, and I don't know where I put my glass. May have just stuffed it somewhere. Nearby? Maybe? There it is. Thankfully, I know me to know that where I would have put certain things. Not always, but sometimes. Alright, so first thing is I need this, and I don't, that's the glass pane, which I know is over here as well. Okay, make one of these, and then we're going to make the range upgrade. So this will let, what ends up happening is that right now you just have about 5 blocks in front of you that you can mine out, which is okay. When you're trying to make a tunnel, you know, it feels kind of slow, and you can't, if you have, and again, not in the mining dimension, but if you're exploring in a cave and you get to a big cavern and you want to be able to get to certain things that are maybe on the ceiling, you need a little bit more than 5 blocks. So this will allow us to reach higher, further distances. Yeah. And then, yeah, we just upgrade it. Now we need emeralds, which I think are over here. And I don't think, yeah, there's no emeralds. I made them all into blocks. So we're just going to go through this and do these and see if we can get all of the upgrades. I think, yeah, I don't have a diamond block yet, but it's worth it. And there we go. So that's that. And then this actually helps with power storage. Now it's not too much of a problem because I have the pocket generator, which is constantly generating fuel and energy from fuel. So it will constantly stay filled, and it will continue to fill the mining tool. What is nice is to make sure you have extra in there, so that it doesn't quite strain as much, especially if you end up running low on fuel here in your pocket generator. Then you know you have an abundant amount already stored in your mining tool, mining gadget. So we're going to go ahead and do this one. This I have another quartz, so we're going to use that. And then this takes quartz blocks. Do I have quartz blocks? Probably not. Let's see how many of these I can make. Oh, no, sorry. Wrong design. There we go. Okay. So this also takes iron, so I have that. And then this is gold and quartz blocks. And do I have enough? Yes, I do. And then the creative, oh, that's creative. Yeah, can't go there. All right, so I essentially, other than these, the 5x5 and the 7x7, kind of have the essentials. Again, you have void, light placer, and freezing that are useful for places, well, this is useful anywhere, but for places in the wild, in the overworld, any place where there would be spawning monsters and liquids flowing. that you might need to worry about. In the ocean, even. So if you happen to want to be using your tool to find a treasure chest, for example, and you're on the beach right next to the water, as you dig down, you don't have to worry about the water because the water will get converted into ice if you have the freezing on, which is again handy because then you don't have to worry about that flow. So let's put our fortune back on. We'll put the range on, the battery on, and that's it. So now my tool is very low. It's being filled with energy now, but it's very low in power because the battery just got 10 times bigger. It went from a 1 million to a 10 million. So it's going to take a moment, and this has been completely depleted of energy. So it's generating it and it's filling this up. But at some point I need to take a look. In fact, I probably need to look now. Oh, there's no canister. That would be helpful. Yeah, so there's that. And I've got all this experience. So let's store that real quick before I die and lose it all. There we go. Lovely experience. And that's why mending on items is so nice. If you have a place to store your experience, then you can come back and mend your items with the experience you've stored, which is lovely. Just going to throw things away. And then I think we may try to check out our building next door to see how scary it is. And I will put these, I don't think I will need them, but we'll definitely put them, and I don't need that. I'll leave that home. Okay, so let's sleep real quick. I have a skill? No? Yes? Yes, I do. And we will take cooldown reduction. So not sure why I got it, but I'll take it. Okay, so, and I have a friend. Who's in a hole? Okay. Oh, you know what else? It's daytime, you shouldn't be upset with me. I have all of this. Oh, I already took it all out. I did. Cool. Okay. I'm not going to worry about that then. And I think, yes, that's empty. I don't know if I emptied all of these or not. No, I did not. Okay. Yeah, see, so I actually used up, when I was adventuring and running around, I used up this space with mining stuff. So I will put these here for now, just because it's not, I'm eager to check out the building. So these are full. Okay, so as I think I mentioned in an earlier episode, when I tackle a big structure, especially one like this, that's massive. I mean, it's not just big; it's massive. What is making noise? I do hear something. Okay, well, it's probably underneath me somewhere. I like to go in from the as high up as I can because I can control the flow of critters coming up a lot better than I can if I'm at the bottom and they're coming down, because they will throw themselves off ledges and all kinds of things, and it's hard to block stairwells and that type of thing when you're working your way up to prevent them from coming down. It's a lot easier going the other way. So with that in mind, I'm going to try to use my tool here to make a path over and up as high as I can get. I should be able to get there, around there, for sure. It's just how much further up, and I don't know how far I can make this because I'd like to kind of go across those trees. So we're gonna see how this works. I practiced this just a little bit um, in the nether because I was trying to cross certain areas. So this does work. It's just a matter of you don't. These things won't last forever. These pathways. So escape routes may be needed. And I don't know if I can. Don't know if it would make it all the way over there. I can. Oh no, it might. No, it doesn't. Okay, let's. Okay. And if I get over here and look, yeah. So I think it's randomly picking a color, but you know, I think the first one is already, yeah, the first thing I made, oh, and that one just went away too. Yeah, so these don't last forever, and you can't have an infinite number of them either. It just doesn't work like that. But yeah, it's gonna get me to where I need to be. Um, So don't come part way on one of these things and then stop and then hang out for 10 minutes because you'd end up potentially you don't want to have the thing disappear out from underneath you. Um, I'm gonna see how far up I can go. Okay, I can double jump and get up that. So 2 blocks up is not a problem, but yeah, so if you try to go up at too steep of an angle, you may have some things that are too high to climb. I'm going to see if I can go from here to way up there. Yeah. So it'll make steps. But you see how this does not quite get there? It's a distance limit. Okay, this might be kind of crazy, diagonaling up. But I'm trying to get height here. Okay, I'm safely now in the tree. I'm not real fond of the spider webs in the tree, but does that look like that may be open windows? Okay, let's see how high up I can go. Again, I can double jump to get up the 2 blocks, but if you don't have double jump, I would say don't try to go up too steep of an angle because you probably will have issues. Okay, I think, oh, I have a friend. That's okay. So I'm safe on here, conveniently. So what is he? It looks like a guy with swords and a spider head. That's not scary at all. Yeah, I think I have a, no, I don't. I don't have any blocks. And I left. Okay, this could be really bad. I was going to say I just put a block here, but I did leave my bank with all of my blocks back in my base. Okay, this could be very interesting. Oh, there's another one. Okay, for some reason, I don't know why, I did not actually die. Oh, okay. No, no, didn't want to do that. Did not want to do that. Ah! Okay. I didn't even see what they were. All right. Yeah, this is, yeah, let me, okay. So and these things disappear, walkways is, I don't know if I want to, okay, it looks like there's some sort of a ledge. Oh, and there's a spawner right there. And I just got shot by an arrow. Okay. And I'm on fire. Alright. Okay, let me get some of these. This is completely out of energy. Or is it still? No, I've used the entire fuel canister. Okay, so whatever I have in... Oh, that was my walkway. Whatever I have in my mining tool is it. That's it. There's no more. No more fuel. Okay, so I was trying to peek in. There he is. He's right up against the wall. So the question is what shot me? Oh, my God. What is that? And why are they up there? Are there things hanging off the ceiling? Are you seeing that? Am I seeing that? Okay, I'm not seeing that now. Okay, there's a bunch of dudes over there. There is a ladder. But looks like there's a spawner here and there and down there. And I want to go up for sure. Yeah. Massive area. Very cool. Okay. I'm going to see if I can just, grab that. And I can't. Why can't I? It's a trial spawner. Are you telling me I can't break these? Oh, dang. Okay, well we can do the next best thing, which is kind of run away. Because something is shooting me. What is that? Oh my God, they are on the ceiling! Okay, I'm running away. I'm running away. I'm running away. Running away. Running away. Trying to eat. Running away. Oh, great. I'm gonna get something else to spawn. Those things are on the ceiling. That is so not allowed. Okay. gonna die. This is not good. What is it? Okay, I was gonna say, what is it and how many hit points does it have? Alright, let's see if I can. This one I have a clear shot at. Let me see if I can go ahead and cast a spell at him. Okay, cool. Okay, it's on cooldown, so let's see if we can... They're on the ceiling with bows. Okay. Oh dang, look at the spawners. It's a wither skeleton. Okay, first of all, let me get some blocks. Since I am here. Alright. These guys. I mean, this is just crazy. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? Where am I? Ugh. You gotta be kidding. I didn't end up on the same level. Ugh. Oh, great. Now where am I? Oh god, I'm on a lower level. Jeez. Oh, and I don't have my blocks, because now I have to find... Oh, great. Okay, we're just running. We are running around to find the next way to get up. Yep, yep. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Okay, let me get some armor and a weapon, and yeah, this is gonna be the way I'm gonna have to do this, because I'm just running around naked. It's just sad. Yeah, steak is lovely. Okay, I think there's a... Oh my god. Wow. Okay. That was like I was running around without anything on. Yeah, those aren't actually gonna... Okay, that'll help. Sword. Big sword. Not seeing a big, scary looking sword. Okay, well, let's, there we go. Actually, give me an axe. An axe may have more, yeah, may have more oomph. And some, I don't know, ham or steak or something. Cooked salmon, fine. I'm sure I have something else. Okay, here we go again. Actually, let me... No, I don't think that's going to help. Okay, that's better. Well, I killed a couple before I died. Wow. I may be tackling this. Well, it doesn't help that I didn't end up back at the same level that I was at. God, these guys are nuts. Yeah, one hit by a skeleton and I'm dead. So this is just, I'm just trying to get back to my... If I can pick up a grave, I have a sporting chance. And it's just getting worse. Even when I equip everything, it's just not... I could do that. And another diamond pickaxe. Let me actually... There we go. I've got it in my hand. I think... Oh! Oh, I had it. I had my stuff! Ah! I had my stuff. I was doing okay there for a minute. Yeah, this is just scary. This is why crowd control with mobs and being able to start at an elevation and kind of gently work your way down is advantageous because where the heck do I go from here? How do I get up to the next level? Burnt to a crisp. Okay. Not good. Okay. I'm going to be in trouble again. Yes, I'm hiding behind a post, trying not to get attacked by this guy. Oh my goodness. Oh no! I had my stuff. Oh, okay. One more time, I think. And I think, just getting my grave and getting out of there. And that's not even my first grave. That's my, I don't know, third or fourth grave in. So my stuff is still up at the top somewhere. Okay. I'm on fire And I did home, and I wouldn't have normally, but yeah, the constant deaths were being a bit much. I don't even know what armor it is I'm wearing. Um, so I don't have my backpack, and I don't have my items, so they're still there somewhere at a higher level. So I'm going to have to, I don't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm going to have to get myself some cobble or something, some thing, and basic tools, and go up there, pillar my way up, um, and yeah, to uh, to go get it. Otherwise, yeah, it will be up there. It's boots, helmets. Okay, chest piece. All right, so let's put. Okay, I've got several swords and an axe and some food. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna pillar on over. I'm gonna just walk up to the base and climb up. Um, yeah. Yeah, none of my stuff has soul bound on it. So, and I don't have keep inventory on. So, yeah, this is what's happening. And this is probably close enough, as long as I can clear the tree. Okay, so can I? No, I can't. And let me go this way if I'm going to do that. I'm doing this crouched so I can get across. Okay, now this is just the roof. So my idea of making this a base is not going to go really well if I can't get rid of the spawners. So my goal here is really more get your stuff. Oh, that was handy. That was actually closer than I thought it was. Okay, there's the lanterns, and there's the lanterns. So I'm going to go a little closer. Yeah, so my fancy way up here was great until I died, and I don't have it anymore. So yeah. Oh, and yes, and I just dawned on me, I don't have a pickaxe. Awesome. And I don't have sticks to make a pickaxe. So this might get interesting, and I think I might be too close. Okay, I'm as high up as I can go. So, yeah. Let me eat something. I'm going to try to punch into the side of this. Okay. And again, I have a definite problem because I um, didn't bring a pickaxe. So, try to break the calcite. Actually, I probably don't want to break that many blocks. Oh, there's prismarine. So, if I did want to make this my base, I'm going to have to replace these blocks eventually. Now, what I don't want to have happen is open up over a gaping hole. So I'm really hoping that does not happen. And the further I go in, the more I'm a little concerned that that's exactly what's going to happen. Let's dig down one. Okay, that's a good sign. That looks like wood. So we've changed materials. This could be the wood in the roof. Okay. And that looks like a pretty big drop. So let me come back one. And see where the wall is. Okay, this is some decorative something or other. The wall is over here somewhere. Actually, let me do it over here so I have an opening. Yeah, this has been fun. How many times can I die? Okay. And the wall's still back over here. Yeah, the only thing I'm concerned about is a giant drop down to get injured and be... Okay, that does not look bad. And I'm going to take out this wood right below me just so that I can have a way up in case I need to. Since it is wood. Okay. Okay, there's the guy. We're going to sit very still. And we're going to cast a spell. I don't have my spell book. Because it's with my grave, wherever that is. I don't know where it went. Ah! No. Oh, man. I also don't have a shield, so that's probably not helping. Oh, did it turn off? It turned off. Okay, I'm taking that. Can I don't have a cardboard box. Let me see if I can... Oh, I don't have my boots. Dang. Okay. Now, when I died the first time, I fell through. So I'm trying to see if where my grave would actually be. I think I was over there? Over there? Dying? I don't even know that my grave still exists. So, um, okay, I'm going back up. Yeah, that's not fair. Being right there. Walking on the ceiling is not a cool thing. Yeah. Oh, I just fell. And I just died. Oh, man. Yeah, this is just insane. Just insane. Um, okay, well, I'm gonna try one more time, and, yeah, I can't even get over there. Okay, I homed it. Yep, I did. Alright, well, this is clearly beyond me. Yeah, not gonna happen. I'm gonna need much better armor, probably enchanted, and yeah, that's gonna have to happen. I did get diamond boots, so that's something, and bottle of enchanting, but yeah, it's not gonna happen. A little disappointing. I will put away my one level of experience. Um, but yeah, so I'll have to figure out what to do about that long term, because I don't know that the trial spawners can be broken. I think they are a fixed sort of thing. So I don't know that I don't know if it's possible to even move into that structure if there's trial spawners there. So I'll have to do some research on that. Uh, we've gone a little over, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the episode here. If you enjoyed watching all of this, and hopefully you learned a little bit about the primal coal and the upgrades on the drill, please feel free to give this video a like. I would appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and put those down below. And if you have not yet subscribed, please do so you can get alerted to new content when it's available. That's also helpful to me and to you. So thank you very much for watching this episode of my Craftoria Let's Play. This is Cuberized signing off. Take care. Have a good one.